it is DeeCee, and I have a special guest for the Puke Fest that's going to happen tonight. And no, I am not talking about reacting to Doug Wood's video. We've got Boozled here, and my green screen is taking out all the parts. But let me go ahead and go into our Don't Slap Us YouTube disclaimer, and I will introduce you to the special guest. Oh, everything's messed up. Wait a second. Oh, we just did this too. This is wrong. This is the wrong one. Where's the one where it's me and Amy? Is this it? No. Oh, this is the wrong screen. Oh, wait. No, is it right? This is us. Oh my God. Amy's here. And everyone, please congratulate Amy on 1,000 followers. She just hit that goal. Was it last week? It was a few days ago?
Yeah, it was last week.
Oh my gosh. Blink if we are not echoing, because hopefully we are not echoing. That would be ideal. So excited to see everybody in the live chat. I'm going to put, I'm going to be on my best G-rated behavior tonight. And it would not be a DeeCee stream without technical difficulties, Johnny. It is on brand for me. So I'm happy to be here along with my techie difficulties. I need to make a little sticker that says I love technical difficulties, but I think Amy knows of Doug Wood in passing because we have a text group, and she's also in a creator chat where we share information. And Doug Wood is all about the religious manipulation, combo, health and wellness, 𝐔𝐒𝐄. Oh, I'm just kidding. It's a multi-level marketing company with Optavia. Oh, Amy's echoing? No! Let me figure this out. Hold on.
Do you just put it on mute and see if that's better?
No, it's it should have been fixed. So let me try one thing. Shoot. Sorry guys, let me fix this. Scene, profile, mic, overlays, camera, source. I was trying to do this through eCam, but I've been having some guest issues, but I don't have them when Hunter's here, so this is strange. So let me see. Amy, go ahead and say something and see if this fixes it. Maybe it won't.
All right. Did you happen to see my husband in the background? He was pretending. Oh, she saw you.
Oh, did she?
Yes. I see, except I'm going to be on my best behavior and say no, because I want to stay on the nice list this year. No promises, because there's a lot of year left and a lot of beach body shenanigans going down. Yeah. So, let me know if Amy's still echoing.
Oh, Johnny said it's fixed. So,
yay. Great. Yes, so let me open up these jelly bellies, and here's how this is going to work. Every time... I don't know. Live chat, you can decide. Every time Doug Wood maybe does religious manipulation or some kind of manipulation, I don't know, we'll take a pause and we'll go over here to our Bean Boozled. Where is it? We have a little Bean Boozled thing over here, and we have a live wheel spinning. And this is the exact wheel that's on the box. So a little pixelated, but it spins, and we can just click it and it'll spin and it'll choose which bean I have to try. I'm not going to try one right now though, because when I get to 25 likes, I'll try one just for 25, but these are for our buddy Doug.
Hold on. Yes. I'm going to go tell all my kids to go in and like the stream real quick.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you're so mean.
Have you ever done this before?
Have I never? I've never done this before. I've seen people gag on this though, and I'm not even gonna smell it because y'all know how gaggy I get when I smell stuff. So I'm scared. I'm very terrified. Let me just read off these flavors real quick. Yes, I will try one just for the goodness of it if we get to 25 likes. A whole new spin on playing with your food. This sounds awful. The first word on here, caution. These jelly beans may look alike, but they could not taste more different from each other. Think you can tell them apart? We dare you. Oh my God. So liver and onions looks exactly like cappuccino. Old bandage looks just like pomegranate. Rotten egg looks just like butter popcorn, which both of those flavors sound awful. Toothpaste looks just like berry blue. Barf is identical to peach. Stink bug is the twin to toasted marshmallow. Booger and juicy pear. And oh wait, the little confetti looking ones, dirty dishwater versus birthday cake. Stinky socks versus Tutti Frutti. Dead fish looks just like strawberry banana smoothie. I didn't even bring a puke bowl. I'm gonna probably have to spit something out. I mean, That's
the thing though, somebody had to like formulate these. Can you imagine a person who had to
It's sadistic. It's sadistic on some kind of level because someone had to say, no, it needs to taste more like dirty socks. It needs to taste more like, dirty dishwater.
So
stinky socks. Have your kids ever tried this? I'm sure they have.
I've done it as well, yeah.
Oh my God. Is it awful?
Yeah. Yes, I can't.
You just gave me a mom answer. Yes, it is awful, but I'm going to lie to you because I love you. I
could do my epic mom one is, you're not going to be angry. You're just going to be disappointed.
Oh, I'm going to be so disappointed. And now, again, the reason we're doing this is because I promised people if they followed Amy on YouTube that we would try these. Oh, the smell is not good. The smell, it's a combination of, look, I'm trying my first bean when we get to 25. We're at 21. And I will say this, I gag on everything. So I hope that you are prepared because this is going to be awful.
Well, and after this, you'll think Shakeology tastes great.
Oh my God. If Carl Deichler would try these, I would pay a good amount of money to see that because if he can't even eat vegetables, I don't see how he could eat these. Some of it smells sweet and some of it smells awful. Let me take a pre-drink of stuff. We're at 22, 25, and I'm going to try these. I'm sure we don't even have 25 people watching right now, but okay.
There's one on right now, I think.
Oh, snap. Okay. I have a drink ready, but it's not water, which is probably the ideal thing I should have had to cover up or to wash down the bad taste in my mouth.
Oh, gross.
Ugh. All right. We're at 22. Oh, we're at 24. Oh my God. Your kids are, I'm sure. Amy's like cheering in the background, ready for me to gag on YouTube stream. I gag on everything my 14-year-old self. That's what she said. LMAO. Karina! I searched Doug Wood on Facebook and found a call my former coach posted of Doug from freaking 2013. Oh, we need to see that, Jessica. We do need to see that. All right. Okay.
Oh,
I'm sure
Karina just said 26.
We're at 26. It's only showing 24 on my end. Let me look on the YouTubes. Hello, everyone. I'm sure it's at 25 and I'm just stalling. I'm just kidding. Let's see. There's 28 watching. 25 likes. Okay, here we go. Y'all can't see it. There's 25 likes. All right. Just saw it on my end. I think Amy had some. She's coming right back. I think she got booted off. Here we go. Wait. There we go. I know. They don't. I haven't tried it. I waited for you. All right. Okay. So we got to spin the wheel. Let me hide this. I'm spinning the wheel. Ready?
We should have like the Jaws music going.
Oh God, we do. Oh, juicy pear or booger. This is awful. Oh, I'm so disappointed. It's the little green one. If I didn't get, I'm sure. Wait. Yeah, there it is, the green one. This is terrifying. All right, I'm gonna be honest. I know it's green screening out, but you're gonna have to trust that this is a green one, and it's invisible because it's green. So, I'm scared. All right, let's go. Let's close this. Let's go back this so people can watch me puke. Okay, where is?
Nope. The pear ones are really good, by the way.
Well, if I get a pear one, I'm going to be excited. If I don't get a pear one, I'm going to be less excited and more gaggy. Okay, there's us. There's being boozled. I'm trying to find us again because I don't know where we went. Is this us? This is us. Okay, I'm just going to move us down and closer to being boozled so we don't get lost. I know this is. I'm stalling majorly, and I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. Okay.
The or the beach body thing, you have to do the Mel Robbins. You just count down from 5 and you just go.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go.
Oh! Off. Oh my God. Oh, it's so bad.
And that one, I mean, that one was, I'm not going to say just booger, but like it wasn't dead fish. So
it's bad. Whoever invented this game, it's awful.
My husband's like, "Are you making DeeCee do something?"
No, we it's an incentive. It
was an incentive. God. You know how I used to win? I used to win like the bobbleheads or the shaker bottles from Beach Body. She was a prize. Her eating the bean boozled.
Oh, I did do this to myself. I take full responsibility for my behavior. Ugh, that was awful.
Okay, so we did one that they weren't jelly beans, actually. They were candy corn. And it was an entire Thanksgiving dinner.
The worst was the turkey dinner.
The turkey dinner one was the worst. Oh. And then we would roll dice, and whichever one we would have to eat that one. There was cranberries. That one wasn't horrible. Stuffing was pretty bad. Apple pie was pretty good. But there were some horrible. Oh, green beans. Not a fan.
That sounds awful. Okay. Well, okay, here's the call. Let me go ahead and switch scenes, and here we go. Here we're going to be right here in the corner in Doug Wood's Zoom call. Doug, what's up? All right. I'm going to play it for a few seconds and see if I have audio on my end, and then we'll figure this out. Sorry, it's just... No. Do you hear anything, Amy?
Mm-mm.
Oh, dang it. It's gonna have to... How am I gonna do this? I'm trying to think. Let me download it really quickly, and then I'll pop it in, and we'll play it through my eCam. Okay. Let me do that. All right. Talk amongst yourselves.
Hey, Sky, that's amazing. Sky did $2 for your self-appointed suffering.
Oh, thank you. I feel like I'm just warm and cozy in my old multi-level marketing company. I'm just kidding. Thank you so much, Sky. That's so nice. I'll split it with Amy. We can both get $1. All right. Let me, I'm going to download this real quick. And
oh, yeah, Jessica, they are the Harry Potter ones they're just nasty.
Oh.
They're so
That sounds awful.
They're pretty bad, but it adds a little bit of an element of fun.
Yeah. And
Okay,
yeah.
Jackie's story. This is how we ended up with, I would say, like at least 10 pounds of jelly bellies. I went to 𝐔𝐄 and they have like the dispenser things. And I was trying to get a bag, like a small bag for my husband's desk, and it got stuck open and it's just like pouring jelly beans out and I can't get it to stop.
Oh.
And then because of the person I am, I felt like I had to buy it. So I came home and my husband's like, what did you spend $100 on? It's like,
it's a long story. Jelly beans were involved. Oh my gosh. Okay, it looks like I can't download it because it's not it is just taking up too much bandwidth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it for a couple of minutes and then I will pause it and switch over the audio so Amy and I can comment on it because I got to figure out what the issue with my sound is. So let me go over here.
Ooh, would you rather join an MLM or eat all of those beans at once?
Maybe join an MLM. I'm sorry. I need to be out for longer. Maybe, I don't know. Do I get an extra prize for eating all the jelly bellies other than not, being in an MLM? Because if there's additional prize on top of that, maybe so. Okay, I'm going to change over the audio and then I will play it for 2 minutes and then we'll come back. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. We're so excited for this Zoom tonight. You're going to hear some great stories. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. Go ahead and pop in the chat where you're coming in from, maybe how cold it is or how warm it is. Love to hear that.
Okay, but we're fast forwarding. I'm not trying to skip stuff. They're just not doing anything. Okay.
Today, Paula, how about where you are?
We actually had a lot of snow in from Oregon. We don't usually have that much. We had 4 or 5 inches and about 30 degrees. So it was really beautiful. But while everyone's getting ready to get started here, it's a great time to grab a cup of tea or a big glass of water and just relax. Tonight is about just relaxing, enjoying what is going to be shared and taking it in to see how it may relate to what you're doing in the future.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. And, Paula, I was curious, what's been one of your highlights or what is your favorite thing about coaching?
Oh, yeah. Oh, thanks for asking. Terry, I started coaching 12 years ago. It's hard to believe it went so quick, but I feel like I made more of an impact than anything I've ever done. And we've done a lot of ministry work and, had businesses, and I feel like I'm making a difference in what matters most, and that's in the individual hearts of people, just to help them get their smile back. How about you? When did you and Dan start coaching? I honestly don't even know.
4.5 years ago. So it feels like yesterday sometimes, but then again, it feels like our whole life because it has been so life transformational for us. When we jumped into a program and got healthy, it really changed our health. But when we jumped into coaching, it really changed our lives. Not only the ability to impact others, like you said, that's such a joy, but our own lives. The flexibility, the time that we have with our family, the ability to travel, all that has really changed the way we do life. Just the ability to step off the hamster wheel has been just incredible. Just an incredible gift.
Yeah. And I'm excited about the stories that you're going to hear tonight from the diversity of people at different walks of life, different areas of where they live, and just how each person is impacted by health in a different way. Everyone's looking for something different. And if we ask what's the definition of health, we probably come up with thousands of answers. But I'm excited just to inspire each other this evening and to just share what's worked for us.
Absolutely. And for those that are just curious or you're like, what is this all about? This is just a chance to kind of peek in the window and be like, what are they doing? What's it about? So you're here and you're welcome and you're in a good place to just peek in and see what we're all about. So I'm excited for you to join and feel free to invite a friend to jump on if you have other people in your life that might be curious as well. It's going to be a great Zoom.
Oh, so true. The title says it just perfectly well, Exploring Health Coaching. It's just here to share a little information. And if it's the right fit, you can ask the person that invited you. And I know that no matter what, you're going to walk away with realizing we have an obesity crisis in America. And there's a lot of people who need help and they're doing a lot of crazy things out there. And I'm sure Doug will be sharing that tonight on the call, but people are desperate for health. And it is the one area that affects every other area, from their marriage, to their family, to jobs, to, of course, expenses with doctor expenses and such. But what a difference being healthy can make.
Okay.
Absolutely. Life-changing. So I'm excited for tonight. And I think that we're going to probably pass it off to Doug here in just a few minutes, huh, Paula? Tell us about it. Because I know you have a different.
Let me switch the audio over real quick because we just need to chat about this for a second, because what in the flippity flop are we listening to right now, Amy?
Oh my gosh. Like, people will do a lot of crazy things for health, like eating your crappy fuelings.
Yeah. And Hannah Alonso / Hannah Thaler on YouTube has tried the Optavia fueling. So has Brianna Jewell. And if you actually like food, you may want to go watch those before you try Optavia, because it looks like a no for most people, especially with how people end up with. Oh, also, let me just do this real quick. I'm gonna do a trigger warning. Optavia is a health and wellness MLM, and they are very fat phobic. They are not inclusive. They only have one idea of what health looks like, and for them it looks like a very low number on the scale. So if this is not the type of call for you, please take care of your mental health. Hop out. It's not worth it to mess with your mind over something like this. We're trying to expose the dangers of Optavia, and Doug Wood is at the tippity top of this, pyramid, and we're going to be looking at that today. So just watch out for yourself, and Amy and I will be here subjecting ourselves to this stuff. Let me go back to our let's see.
Well, and
Here we go.
it's the same thing as the other health and wellness MLMs, right? How do you define health? They can only define it as weight loss because they are not trained to do anything else. And weight loss does not necessarily equal health.
Yeah.
And so when they say these things, they're strictly focused on weight loss. They're not looking at health. And I have a friend who is a coach for the lovely Optavia.
I said Optavia, but I don't know. I say Octavia too because I'm from Texas.
Whatever it is, it's great. But she's been in and out of the hospital and just can't figure out why she's having liver issues and why all of her hair's falling out.
No.
And like you can talk to them as much as you want to, but until they're willing to see it, it's yeah.
Until they're ready to come to the place where they are able to look at what they've been participating in, it's almost impossible. It's almost like their brain is trying to protect them in some way. I don't know for sure, but it's just it's a very twisty situation. Optavia has a lot of responsibility, if not all of the responsibility, for putting many people in my opinion, I don't know, a dangerous spot. So
yeah, absolutely. And and it's one of those two. You do the 5-in-1, which is the 5 fuelings and then one lean and green meal. But you can't stay on that long term. And so you end up doing this roller coaster.
Yep.
And watching people do that. I've actually know a few people that are coaches, and watching them just cycle through. And I don't know how they can do it. Well, actually that's a lie. I do, because I did it.
Right. You did it in Beachbody.
I did it in Beachbody, and I did it in Prove It.
Yep. Yep.
It's off. It's awful.
And now you're having to go through a lot to unlearn all the things that you picked up from both of those companies and learn how to eat again, and learn how to have a healthier relationship with food and how you think about food. And at least that's what I understand, their process that you're going through.
Oh yeah. So and it's kind of funny because I met with a registered dietitian.
We love
and
that.
We're trying to figure things out. And I actually told him I prefer doing keto or carnivore because that's when I felt best. And he's like, okay, maybe try some fruit and vegetables. And that was I still was having that old mindset.
Sure.
And so I've been eating fruit and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I haven't let myself eat fruit for years.
Yeah. No, fruit's pretty
It's just-
delicious.
It's very good. Yes.
All right, I'm going to switch over the audio. I'm going to play it for 2 minutes again, and then I'm sure they're going to give us lots to react to. So let me go ahead and go over here. And then someday I will figure out what the hell is going on with my audio. But here we are.
Different relationship with Doug than some of us do, right?
Yes, I do. So yes, I am excited to introduce you tonight's host for Explore Health Coaching. That is Doug Wood. It's actually my nephew. And so I've probably known him longer than most everyone here, but what a great guy who's transformed his own life and now making such a huge impact in all of us. So Doug, we're going to pass it to you.
Thank you, Paula and Terry. I really appreciate that. Hello, good evening, everybody. My name is Doug Wood, and it's an honor to be here with you tonight. It's really cool. What a great group. It looks like the Zoom room is quickly filling up. So I'll let you know, for those of you that are not watching this recorded, if you want to pop over to the Facebook live stream, we definitely have lots of spots over there that might clear up room for some of the guests that still need to log on tonight. So that would probably be helpful. There's a big need in America right now for health coaches. If you looked around lately, or maybe that's why you're here tonight, of saying, what could be next in my health journey? I want to commend you for investing in yourself, investing in the next 45 minutes of your life, just like I did, and I chose to do 14 years ago. Tonight's going to be very unique. It's going to be very, I would like to say, different, because you're not just going to hear from me. Yes, I will be going through some stats and some data and some things that might interest you as you begin to explore what health coaching might look like. But also, you're going to hear from 3 outstanding speakers. You've got to hear these stories. They're absolutely phenomenal. So with that said, I'm going to dive really right in, and we're going to have a great time. And like I said, we are live over on the Facebook stream pages in most of the groups. If you want to share to your group, you can do that through those pages. Most people on the line, or I should say, many of the people on the line know how to find that. And that would also free up some Zoom spots for the guests that are still trying to log on. So that'd be very, very helpful. Well, I am your host. My name is Doug Wood, and I've been a passionate health coach for 14 years. There is, on the left-hand side, my left, it might be your right, is my wife and I getting ready to start another diet. Young, and I was going to say dumb, but I might be the dumb one. My wife is definitely not. She is a beautiful, amazing woman. We've had quite a transformation, and I might get to that throughout the evening, but I want to make it less about me and more about you and our guests tonight. I am the father of 3 absolutely beautiful children. My oldest, Amaya, is 18. She has grown up with a health coach in a health coaching family. Caitlin is 15. And then my son, Phoenix, is 6. And of course, my wife, Tia, there. In fact, we were at an 𝐓𝐇𝐎𝐒 event just not too long ago where we took that photo. But I would say we've completely transformed our life because when we came and we found 𝐓𝐇𝐎𝐒, I should say it found us. I was struggling, but aren't we all? We're living in the real world, and things are not perfect. No matter what TikTok and Instagram and Facebook says, things aren't always perfect. And I had been lacking fulfillment and purpose. I owned, I would say, at times a successful company, business, but most of the time it was unsuccessful, but it was all I had done. And it was a family business. So I've discovered that most people do what their family brought them into, or that they went to school for and they have a degree for, and they find themselves 20, 30 years later still doing the same thing, saying, why do I do this? Well, I decided it when I was 19 or 20 or 21,
Whoops.
But is it real?
I don't know what I just did, but let's make a rule. While I let Amy tell us what she thought about some of the stuff he's already opened the floor with, I'm gonna spin the wheel and I'm gonna try another potentially awful jelly bean, because of the kind of the cliche, like, it found us and the purpose over profit behind him, and just, stuff like that. I will do a taste test. So I'm going to spin the wheel, and Amy, you can, let me switch the audio real quick. Okay, we're switched. You're good to go.
Okay. So I was laughing at 2 things. One, his head lined up perfectly over that body that was a bikini top. Like, it was pretty funny placement.
Yes.
So that was my first thing. But buttered popcorn or rotten egg. This is gonna... but it broke my heart hearing him say that his 18-year-old has grown up with a health coach as a parent, and knowing the damage that I did to my own children around food. And I would try to not talk about it, but they see what you're doing. They know.
Yeah.
And so I really worry about the potential disordered pattern that they're going to be showing them.
Yeah, and it's a twisty thing too, because I can really empathize with people if they're looking like, if there's people out there who are trying to, if they're saying, I don't have the energy or ability to do the things I want to do, like go on walks or play with my kids or have stamina to be able to go to the grocery store or things like that. And they're looking for a solution, and they think healthy is, starving yourself and working out till exhaustion. They're a prime target for people in Optavia. So no shame to people who are looking for answers, and the MLMs profiting off of people who, and them playing on the idea that, oh, well, we could really care less if you're actually healthy as long as you're losing weight. That's what it seems like in this situation.
Well, and it's hard because I can tell you, like, working through a dietitian, actually finding food and me having to figure it out is hard. Having someone just say, here, eat these 5 things a day, it really takes, like, it makes it super easy. You just follow the plan. And I'm very much a rule follower.
Yep.
It has been easier to just be like, okay, you tell me what to do and I will do it.
Yeah.
But what that has gotten me in has been this like yo-yo horrible relationship with food, and I don't know how to eat.
Yep. And I'm sure that's the case for a lot of people who either have been in MLMs or haven't been in health and wellness MLMs, who are stuck in kind of this cycle of not knowing how to eat because they participated in some of these diet fads and stuff like that. But one thing you don't have to participate in is trying these disgusting jelly beans that I'm going to try. And I don't think either one of these can be good because it's buttered popcorn or rotten eggs. So let me, no.
I'm not a fan of the buttered pop. I don't like the buttered popcorn one either.
I might spit this out if it's bad. So, but y'all please don't judge me. If I spit it out, I'll try another one. Oh, nope. That's going in the trash. Okay, I'll try another one because I'm a team player. That was awful.
Was it rotten egg or was it popcorn?
It was popcorn, and that was an overreaction, but oh my gosh, it was so bad. Okay, we're gonna spin again because I'm not.
Okay, while you're doing that, so Rachel said that she did Weight Watchers for a long time, partially for that reason with the 0 point list. Absolutely. Yep. So, and I remember doing that with Weight Watchers as well. And then the same thing like with 21 Day Fix or portion fix that they call it now, is I would only eat from the top 1/3 of the list because that was supposedly the best. And so I haven't eaten sweet potatoes since I stopped doing Beachbody, and I bought some because I'm like, I actually really like sweet potato hash, but I stopped eating it because of 21 Day Fix.
Yep. And when you hear people who are at the top, you think that they have a better handle on eating than other people because of their position in the pyramid and or how front facing they are for the company. Take Autumn Calabrese. You see her taking tens of supplements, like 30 plus supplements, and not someone whose health depends upon medication. I'm not trying to shame people who need things to be able to function. I'm saying that the lifestyle that you are saying this is the pinnacle of health. It seems wildly expensive and to shame regular doctors and also regular food and saying that when there's actual like food crisis in locations, it misses the mark. That's as nicely as I can say it. But I'm about to either try dead fish or strawberry banana smoothies. So go ahead and talk.
I was going to say, I can make my comment after you try this because we need to focus on you.
Oh my God, it's a good flavor. Oh my God, I'm so happy right now. Strawberry banana smoothie. Oh, okay. Yay. Okay, go ahead.
So and this is something that's important. So Stacy said one of the selling points of 𝐓𝐇𝐒𝐄 is that you don't have to exercise, but it's more like you can't exercise because you don't have enough energy and enough fuel in order to even feed your body what you normally need, let alone with exercise. And I think one of the most fascinating things to me would be to go and get a DEXA scan. Versus like if it's available to you. And it's really interesting because I know, I can't remember who I was talking about. I did one and I think it was $75, but someone else was saying somewhere else in the country, it's like several hundred to do a DEXA scan. But it will tell you your body, how much of it is muscle, how much of it is fat, how the bone density is looking. And it gives you a better like overall picture. And I would be shocked with those right here who cannot exercise.
Yep.
They're losing those things. They're losing muscle mass. They're losing bone density. And for them to say that this is about health it's irresponsible.
Oh yeah, it for sure is, because and again, I'm not a medical professional. I have some experience just as being one of my loved ones went through this where they had to go through the process. Sorry, content warning for EDs. So I'm about to say that. So if you want to mute me, I'll wave my hands when I'm done. Someone I know had anorexia and had to go through that as a young teenager and go through the process of working with a children's registered dietitian in the hospital setting, but there is damage to their organs because they were eating so few calories, their body had to take it from somewhere. Yeah. And it is not something I say play pretend, I'm not trying to be mean, but you're actually messing with people's bodies, which is what's keeping them alive, and 𝐓𝐇𝐒𝐄 blanketly saying 900 calories a day is good for you. And if you're going to keep going up and down, that's good for our business. That seems overarchingly dangerous, and people are being hurt by it.
Yeah. To explain for Johnny's asking what the DEXA is. Run, little one, run. So the DEXA scan, it's basically where you go in and it was almost kind of like an MRI type machine where they scan your body. Instead of being on a scale, they tell you the percentages, and they actually have even like an outline of your body and show you exactly where like your body may be storing fat versus where someone else may. And then they give you, I think I had like a 20-page, I think I had like a 20-page printout that gave me so much information, because it was at that appointment because I was feeling really down on myself. Like, oh my gosh, I have done so horrible. And I'm so unhealthy since I stopped doing Beachbody. And I found out that I was actually healthier than I'd ever been. And
That's
I had
awesome.
more than I had ever had. And so I think when you stop the thought from the MLMs of I need to be at a low weight,
yeah,
versus I need to be healthy and strong, changes it.
That's awesome. All right, we're going to go back over here. Doug, we did not miss you, but here we are again. All right. Oh, let me switch over the audio real quick. I will figure this out someday. There we go.
Filling my cup, and is it fulfilling my life's purpose? And I just discovered that being in the furniture business wasn't. I decided to take my biggest place of pain, which was excess weight. I was joking with my mom. I feel so sorry for her. I was born almost 11 pounds. My mom birthed me 11 pounds. And part of that process was I never knew what skinny ever was or health ever was. I was raised in a good home, but health was not a priority. Faith was, health just.
Sorry, I know we haven't even been the 2 minutes yet, but the fact that you are judging babies and how big babies are, and saying that's some kind of indicator of health when they've just come out of the womb. And I know I'm a very literal person. That just is a reflection of his mindset that he is unduly influencing his entire team with, and new people who are going to come on into this opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, he's like making it like a joke, and it's not. And I do want to give a shout out to his poor mom, because yikes,
that's a big baby for sure.
That's a very big baby. Like, no, thank you. No, thank you. I have to say, I was worried about that because my husband's a big guy and he's like 6'4", I think.
Yeah.
And so I was super scared. With one of mine, she was 5'2", and I was holding her, and my brother came in and he goes, "How do you and you make that?" I'm like, I don't know, but I'll take it. I'll grow them here. But to shame someone for something that is so it's outside of your control. It's not like he was like overeating or doing something. Like, why is he implying that it was somehow his fault?
Yeah, it is. It's
gross.
more. Yeah, I'm like stumbling over my words because I'm trying to be careful what I'm saying, but it's just, it makes me sad because I remember not having my parents ever talk to me about weight, and then a relative had come over, like was visiting from out of town when I was like 8, and I was between 8 and 10, and they were like, "Oh, you really trimmed up," to a kid. And it's like, to someone who had never, like, I was outside all the time. I was playing Robin Hood. Like, we were just we were outside all the time growing up. So it wasn't, I didn't have a sedentary lifestyle. Like, it's a privilege to be able to have function of like my arms and my legs. I understand that. It was a very impactful statement that I did not unhear. And it really like sunk in, unfortunately. And and it's
hard to unhear those things.
Yep.
I think I had read a journal entry in one of my videos from when I want to say I was 13 or 14, that a family member like saw me and said, "Do you really need that piece of cake?"
No.
And it was a sibling. And then the next sentence in my journal was, "I'll show them I'm just not going to eat for the next 2 days." Or, and it just is, it's so hard. It's so hurtful. And it's hard when it comes from people that you love.
Yeah.
We're surrounded by it all the time, but when loved ones say things, it makes it even worse.
Yep. And in this case with Doug, you have someone who is benefiting off of his downline in a huge financial way. People are looking up to him saying, if he can do it, I can do it. And they're taking all of his recommendations at maybe a higher weight, maybe not as high of a weight as like a loved one, but certainly up there, and saying like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to be successful. And you suddenly find yourself in a precarious health, emotional, kind of situation. And it's a bummer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. All right, I'm going to switch back over. I'm going to switch the sound. Ready? Okay.
Just didn't know any better. And so by the time I reached 270 pounds, I had tried a lot of different things. Optavia is the only thing that really ever worked for me, also because I worked it. And when my coach reached out to me about 6-8 weeks into my journey, I was down about 30 pounds. He said, "Doug, would you consider paying it forward to become a coach?" I'm like, "I don't got time.
30 pounds.
I'm busy. I got a furniture
weeks?
store to run." And when he said, "Doug, you shared with me that you want to keep your weight off," he goes, "Do you know that coaches and people that coach the program, even 1 or 2 friends, are more likely to reach and maintain their weight over anybody else?" And he goes, "I know how big integrity and accountability is to you. And I knew that if I possibly guided somebody else through the simple program that I was doing, eating 6 times a day, I'm like, I can do that because I understand the model of discipleship." But in my growing up in the church.
There we go. Let me switch the sound over. We're going to try another bean in a second because religious manipulation has entered the chat. Okay, let me go. I switched over the audio, so okay, we're good.
Like, are you kidding me? This is the problem that I had. I'm interested to hear like other people that were in any type of weight loss MLM. Your weight loss is tied to your business.
Yep.
And they tie financial success to if you can lose weight.
Yep.
Well, you end up getting like at a stall or whatever, and then like I felt like I like, how do I promote a program when I'm not getting any results? I want to do both, but they're so like it gets so twisty. And what I would find happening is that I would be given all of these tasks that I had to do, like as a coach, right? You needed to do all of your reach outs and all of those things. I didn't have time to focus on my own journey.
Yeah.
And so, like, tying it together is just, oh, it's awful.
Yeah, and if you're and the damage too, and this is I guess a little bit of my experience, but if you are pretty strongly or you have a spiritual walk, or you have like, if you know you're an ethical person and you're not doing unethical stuff and you believe in God, and then you get involved in an MLM and everything is tied to some kind of meaning and destiny and whatever, when that MLM is gone and all of the things that you were forced to do and you were told to do, it makes untwisting all of the religious stuff very difficult. And so it seems like it is irresponsible to do that to people, to prey on people's actual like serious convictions that are good, and especially if they're not harming other people with them, and they're saying, oh, we're going to bring that in too to help tie them closer to the commitment to our group. And it's like, no, Doug, no. Well,
and then you start to wonder, well, okay, apparently it's tied to worthiness, and because they're so worthy and they've been chosen by God, they're getting all of these things. Am I not favored? Am I not chosen? Does God love me less because I'm not hitting the same goals that I am trying to? And so so now they're tying the religion in with the food, with the money, with everything. And that's why it's so devastating to try and leave, and so hard. It's so hard to leave.
Yeah. Rebecca, welcome. We are getting bamboozled by Doug Wood, and also trying these awful jelly beans called Bean Boozled. So every time there's a cliche, something or other, or religious manipulation, or just something awful, I'm taking a hit of a sugar hit of jelly beans, and they're either a delicious flavor, well, other than the butter popcorn, they're either a good flavor or an awful flavor, and they're identical. So we're just breaking up, the Optavia show with Jelly Belly. So, and we also have a wheel. So we have a fancy little wheel.
Oh my gosh, we get to eat 6 times a day. I'm like, I've seen your fuelings.
Yeah, they're not great. They're not. That is not quite eating for sure. Also, people who are sharing in the chat, thank you so much. I just want to extend my compassion and empathy for y'all who have also heard awful things from loved ones, or stuff that pushed you into an eating disorder. That is terrible. And I hope that, again, please advocate for yourself. If you need to hop out of the stream, please do so. But the chat's a safe place, and I know that they're being supportive and welcoming there for you all too. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, here we go. Spin. I'm scared. I'm so scared. No. No. Oh, can I spin again? I'll try to. I'm going to spin again. I'll try to. I'm not going to do the buttered popcorn. I just can't do it. I'll try to. This is how it was. This is why I'm a cheater. Oh, no. Chocolate pudding. Canned dog food. No. Oh, this is awful. Okay.
I'm say it. This is better. I mean, this is better than the Shakeology.
There's just more. There's just more. I hope this isn't dog food. I'm spitting them out if they're bad. Oh, it's so bad. Oh.
Do you have any type of palate cleanser?
I mean, I'm drinking coffee, but it's just awful.
Ooh.
Oh.
You might ruin coffee. You might ruin coffee for yourself with that one.
The dog food was so bad. There's like an afterburn. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is the only way to watch these manipulative Zooms now, though, because it's just breaking up the I know, literally, Emma. Emma, also, I miss you. Exactly, woof woof. Ugh. Okay, I have to do another one because I told y'all I would. Ugh.
Too, because you got to re-roll.
This is so bad. I had a strawberry banana one that was good. I love watermelon Jelly Bellies the best. The watermelon ones, the little green ones with the pink inside. Yep.
Oh,
Oh no, toasted marshmallow. Stink bug? No. What color? Which one is that? This is awful. It's a oh no, it's the one with the brown bits in it. Okay.
the brown bits. Oh, you got this.
This is so bad.
You've only had one good one.
I've only had one good.
Well, technically buttered popcorn.
Oh, buttered popcorn is a trick. It's a trap. It's so bad. Oh. I'm like
Danielle,
sympathy gagging for myself. Danielle?
Yeah, Daniela. She's like, "Hey, everyone. Hey, we are in the process of torturing DeeCee."
Who chose this game? I did, but the winner here is Amy because she got to 1,000 followers, and I don't regret this for one moment. Except I'm regretting it a little bit when I actually bite into it and I discover it's an awful flavor. But other than that, I don't regret promising to do this since Amy got to 1,000. But it is awful. Ugh. Oh my god. Okay, also in increments of 25. So if we get to 50 likes, I'll try 5. Okay? So we're going to go back to Doug. And also Clowntown's doing a live at 8 o'clock. So please go watch them. You know, I'm just going to be gagging over here. This is just taking a little bit longer than I thought. So please go support Clowntown. Because I was supposed to feed my stuff into their stream, but my technical difficulties and my gagging. Ugh. The flavor, I will never get it out of my mouth. This is awful. Johnny, the aftertaste is awful. It's so bad. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Doug, please don't say anything awful. Okay, I'm going to switch the audio over and I'm going to put our little timer on. Oh, it's such a bad flavor. Oh, this is even worse than Shakeology, and that's saying something.
Church I grew up in, you were never paid for discipleship. It was always a volunteer. And I realized, whoa, I could get paid, keep myself accountable, and also it became fulfilling. Now, I didn't know it could become a full-time career like it has for me the last 12 years. And so I'm very blessed because of that. But I'm really always trying to get better in my health. And Dr. Anderson, the co-founder of the program, really talks about health is one healthy habit at a time.
Doug,
and that picture there
is
of me just a couple days ago and my wife, and we're always just trying, to get better. I will say tonight, some of the testimonies that you hear, Optavia does pay its coaches extremely well, whether you're helping 3 clients or 300. And so I just want to make sure very clear, any testimonies that you hear tonight is their vantage point and their story. And we're very proud of them.
Andy, I just tried a Jelly Belly that was stink bug flavored, and I've never tried a stink bug, and now I would never want to. Not that I would think about eating bugs, but it was awful. It was so bad.
Did he say something about getting paid?
Yep, he did. So we're definitely going to submit this to the FTC because income claim out the wazoo. Oh my God, it's awful. Okay, let me switch the audio over.
Income that Optavia pays us. We want to be also very transparent with our numbers. So who is Optavia? Well, I like to say we're a crazy group of people, and you can probably tell by the chat. I mean, as the chat's lighting up, I would love for the people on the line, share with the chat one experience and reward that Optavia has blessed your life. How would you describe Optavia in 1 or 2 words? Either a blessing, or a lot of people will say community, dynamic, fulfilling, and everywhere in between. I see abundance, freedom, radical, friendships, time, yes, joy, new life, opportunity, blessing. And that's what Optavia is. We're a community joined together and really looking to make an impact in our own life and, of course, in others. But what we do is we empower first ourselves, and we empower others to get back in the driver's seat of their health. It typically starts with their physical health, but it leads to so much more. Now, I always jokingly say, I'm like, I just wanted to lose a little bit of weight. I just signed up to lose a little bit of weight. I didn't know I was going to gain 1,000 friends. I didn't know that I was actually going to gain mentors in my life.
Hold on one second. Let me switch over the audio. Okay. The echo should be gone. Jens, welcome to this awful taste test. And I'm so glad that you are a sub to both of us. And I hope you enjoy the video. I'm going to apologize for gagging now because I've already tried multiple Jelly Bellies, and I'm going to try 5 of them when we hit 50. And I'm not going to try any right now because he didn't say anything super awful other than you get to get paid well to disciple people.
Well, and for him to say we're very transparent with our numbers, but he didn't even explain what that income disclosure was.
Yep.
And like the text box was in front of the numbers at the bottom. Like, so to say you're transparent and then quickly go past the income disclosure, that's not being transparent, in my opinion.
Yeah. And so let's say you're dealing with a new person. Let me go over here. Let's say you're dealing with a new person who's interested in the opportunity, and you think to yourself, oh, they're being transparent because they're showing us how much each level makes. He's not saying that most people do not hit these levels or make this income. It's deceptive. And one of the definitions, I know undue influence in the legal world is really only specifically over like elder care and trust and stuff like that. But he's using, in my opinion, deception to get people to sign up for Optavia. So he's using deception to get people to do something that he wants them to do. And if he was ethical, he would share in a way that is honest, that gives a fair representation so that people can decide for themselves in a meaningful way, because you can't make a good decision when you only have one side of the story, and that side is shined up pretty good for all of us to see.
Well, and I mean, who wouldn't want to be, okay, so I'm being paid well, and I'm going to have 1,000 friends, and I'm going to be favored from God, and I'm going to lose weight. Like, it's definitely sounding very, very appealing.
Yep.
Until you realize, like, you're going to be starving. Your 1,000 friends are only going to be your friends if you are making them money and you're staying in that transactional relationship. Like, the whole house of cards comes tumbling down. And it's hard to realize that from the beginning. You think, there's no way these people would do that to me. I thought that.
Yep. Yeah,
but
and
they do.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about this in my stream from a few days ago where, like, why did I stay? Like, why did I stay in MLMs, or why do some people stay? And it's like, people are going to believe what Doug said because their friend invited them to this call, and they wouldn't think that their friend would recommend them to do something that would put them in a precarious position. And then people assume a lot of times the best about the other person. And in this situation, when you find out all the stuff going on, it's not the case. And it's hard for people to get over that fact. Okay, imagine this, live chat. Imagine this. And we are 8 likes away from 50, where I'm going to try 5 beans, and I'm not looking forward to it, but I will do it. So imagine Amy says, look, I know you're a sweatshirt person. You are a sweatshirt connoisseur, and I have the opportunity of a lifetime. I found the best, hands down, sweatshirt opportunity you could have ever imagined. And me, I'm like, oh my God, I love sweatshirts. Oh my goodness, Amy is the nicest person. She wouldn't steer me wrong. Come to find out, she's going to take me to an opportunity event for a multi-level marketing company that sells sweatshirts. This is just pretend. And I'm thinking,
You're not that far out. We're talking Zaya?
Oh, yeah, Zaya Active. Yep. And so I'm thinking Amy has my best interests at heart. She wouldn't put me in a position to get conned. I love sweatshirts. It's a win-win-win. So people are thinking similar things about Optavia or Young Living or Monet or whatever because their friend is inviting them.
And to take it like one level deeper, I truly believe in it. So I got you into it. Then I start to see the house of cards fall down. And then the guilt that I feel because I got my friends involved in it, then what do I do?
Yep.
Because then like you feel stuck. I felt stuck. I was like, look, I have this whole downline of people who have believed in me and who have trusted me. And what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
When I know different. And it becomes a huge ethical dilemma.
Yep. And Cheryl said, when you trust someone and want to support them, you never believe they would do you wrong. Yeah.
And most of the time, in my opinion, the person getting you in doesn't understand and they're not doing it maliciously. They're believing it too.
Yeah. And it's a lot of people saying, I'm following the rules from the person who's telling me how to be successful. And then they're telling you the things. And so there's limited, logically processing through something because you believe someone is telling you good things that they wouldn't tell you to do something bad. And you wouldn't want to do something bad to your friend. So it's twisty from the beginning. And then it takes you a while, like Amy was just saying, if you do start to wake up, your friend is there if they've signed up with you. So then that keeps you in, even if your brain is saying something's not right here, because you don't want to lose a friendship, in my opinion. You don't want to lose a friend over this kind of situation, because if you are going to leave after they've given up hundreds, if not thousands of dollars at this point, that can be a friendship killer.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, we're at 42 likes, so I'm just going to press play, and I'll try 5 when we get to that spot. Okay. I think I moved him accidentally, so I'm going to move him down. There we go. I'm going to switch the sound over, and I'll put a little 2-minute timer up. Okay, there we go. Oops. There we go.
I didn't know that I would be a part of this group of people that is not afraid to say I'm struggling, but also I need healthy community to help encourage me. And so if you're just logging in here tonight and joining us, I commend you for just saying, hey, I'm open. I was not open 14 years ago. I was very closed. This is what I want. This is what I'm going to do. I don't have time for this. And I realized I was busy just being busy. I wasn't really busy accomplishing anything great in my life, but I just was always saying I'm busy, but it was busy living the same week, the same month over and over again until I literally took a peek at Optavia and said, what if you were open to exploring? And I became open to exploring. I didn't sign up to be a coach the end of a call like this. Many of you will probably decide to pay it forward tonight or tomorrow. Others of you, you're like, I'm going to think about it. I'm going to pray about it. And I respect that. And I honor that. And that's the beauty of Optavia is that it's got to be on your terms. But what we're empowering you, for those of you that are sleeping in an area of your life, to become wide awake again. Optavia is a one step at a time process. And what we really do is help people prepare for your journeys. I don't know where you're at on your health journey, but most of us on the line, you're probably somewhere between step 1 and step 2, maybe even step 3, reaching a healthy weight, transition to healthy eating, living the habits of health, optimizing health for your age.
No way.
And of course, hopefully living a longer, healthier life. Most people become Optavia coaches somewhere between step 1 and step 2. Many Optavia coaches are not at their healthy weight yet. And you're going to hear from that tonight through Kim here in just a couple of minutes. But many people, want to explore and look at it much sooner than they think they have to be perfect. And really, we're helping people thrive through our 4-component program, which is a coach, a habits of health system, this community, and of course, our 𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐍 fuelings. So, the weight loss industry in general is a $68 billion industry.
Okay, hold on. Let me switch over the audio because we got to unpack all that. And again, please go to the Clown Towns Live because I'm just being a wordy, friendly MLM talker on the internet. I was gonna say a bad word, but I didn't. I don't even know what to say. Doug, one, he's telling the type of people that are gonna be listening to this call. He talked about the type of people who are ready to say yes. And then there were the type of people who were going to think about it and how much respect he had for people who were going to think about it. And a lot of times people don't want to disappoint others. I mean, some people don't really feel that pull, but the people who do feel that pull, they're like, oh, well, I'm not ready for it, but maybe I'll think about it because he said there's the two type of people who are going to be listening to this call. So he's already directing them into the funnel, the warm-up funnel.
Well, and here's the thing. The people who really want to do this, I was highly driven to do Beachbody because I wanted to help people. I truly wanted to help people get healthy. And so for him, I feel like they're preying on that. They're preying on the people who want to help others get healthy because they said it in almost every single step. Healthy, healthier. But you don't know. You don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Nor are you in any way qualified to help someone do that. You don't know anything. You just purchased the crappy fuelings.
Yep, for sure. Let me make sure.
And I completely agree. Jesus doesn't want you to scam people. And I pulled up their income disclosure and it's pretty bad, especially from what I understand, the fuelings are expensive.
Oh, for sure. They're very expensive. I mean, Doug and Tia, they spend about $700 a month on their fuelings and they don't have to use them. They say they pay the company that pays them, or they do whatever. They do it to pay their upline and to continually invest in 𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐍, which seems like a waste because they're not going to be eating the fuelings, but they said it in one of their recorded events that they were at, which is wild.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would have to do some quick math, but I mean, at $700, you've got $8,400 per year, right? Well, and maybe give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe since there's two of them, right? So I mean, maybe if we even say $4,500 to $5,000, you're looking at least 80 to 85% of the company makes less than $5,000 a year. And so 80% is not even breaking even.
That's wild.
And for how much you have to be putting into it. And when you look at your hourly wage, you are paying 𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐍 to work for them.
Yep. And this is not, if you're pro MLM and you're here and you're like, well, people have to pay overhead for their company, and it's like, well, if 𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐍 itself is the one handling the shipping of the supplements to the customer, then what about you ordering the supplements is your overhead, if that makes sense. So you pay to play basically seems to be what's on. Oh my gosh, we're 5 away from trying 5 beans. This is going to be awful. It's not the same. I understand there's costs for running a business, and to give the benefit of the doubt, if you are in MLM and you think that you are running a business, I mean, tax-wise, if you have a separate tax entity, that might be true. However, your opportunity to sell the product is held by the contract with 𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐍 as you're a contractor with that company. It's not, they're the ones that say you can sell or you can't sell. So it's a little more nuanced. It's a little more complicated than you just being able to say, I'm the CEO of my business. Yes and no.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I hope people see that, we understand this because we were there, and and a lot of the religious manipulation came in with me as well. I mean, it makes everything so twisty.
Yeah, and I say that a lot because it's not when we leave or when I left an MLM, I wanted everything to be clear cut, easily moved into either the good category or the bad category, and that's just not the case. I mean, when I was in an MLM, I was told these people are good and these people are bad. Negative people who attack the company are bad, and people who buy your product and support you are good. And and it's when you remove yourself, it's no, there's kind of a lot of gray area that you get to operate in, and you have to figure out all over again what the rules are for everything that it got twisty when you were in.
Well, and like I said, with as far as food wise and knowing this is good, this is bad, eat this, don't eat this, it's hard to operate within the shades of gray.
Yep,
it's not comfortable.
Yep.
And so they try to remove all of those and just do good and bad.
Yeah.
And that's not the way that things work.
Yeah, and this might be a good time. Amy and I are going to do a series called the Fallacy Detective. It's a book, but here's the part that's confusing. A lot of people want answers. A lot of people want to be able to say, like Amy was just saying, this is right and this is wrong. And it's uncomfortable, one, if you don't just get to say, well, tell me what to do. You're in a position where you have to think through that. And sometimes it legitimately is hard to process through that. So a lot of times, you may have heard Aaron Bees talk about it. I know that Savannah talks about it some. Julie Joe talks about it. Amy talks about it. I'm still learning, but different informal logic, whatever. On the informal side of the logic tree, there's logic fallacies. And so how can we look at them and break them down so that if you're faced with one, you can say, oh, this is this type. And I can ask questions, and I can ask questions like this. So we're going to be doing that in the future. And hopefully it won't be boring. We'll have lots of good breaks for like clips and stuff like that. But hopefully it'll be good.
It's going to be great.
All right. Okay, we're at 46. I'm going to play again. I saved again from trying the Boozled. Okay, let's go right here. Is this it? No, that's not it. Where are we? Right there. Oh, let me turn it. Sorry. I didn't turn the sound over. Sorry. Let me go. There we go.
Is a $68 billion industry. The weight loss industry is a $68 billion industry. Optavia is currently 0.25% of that industry. Okay. And here's the difference. And I'm going to go back for a second. The weight loss industry doesn't have this. They are focused on fuelings or diet alone. What makes Optavia different is the community, that everyone gets a health coach, and Dr. A's Habits of Health system. So we have really encompassed somebody and set them up, of course, to win. Truth is, America needs us right now. And I believe we need each other, and we're stronger and better together. But before I bring on Kendi, really for our first story tonight, these are sometimes some common myths about people that are exploring coaches. And I just want to address them. Number one is I need to be at my goal weight or perfect in my health to become a health coach. I would love some audience participation here. Drop in the chat how much you've lost and how far into your journey you started coaching. So like I lost 60 and I started coaching at 15 pounds down. I just would love to see.
Okay, I'm pausing it. I'm going to turn on the other sound. 1 second. Okay. They're already setting up the atmosphere that it's going to be that is going to potentially be the perfect storm to create an eating disorder, because you're highlighting and rewarding a numbers only approach. The lower number is better. The more amount of weight you've lost is better. It is what he is saying in this from what I am listening to. It's the same.
Well,
yeah.
and to say we're the only ones who have this, guess what, Doug? All of the companies say that.
Yep.
We're the only ones who do this. Like with Beachbody, we're the only ones who combine nutrition with fitness, with mindset, with a coach. Like, dude, you don't have anything unique. You don't. Like it's not there. But I also got super annoyed that, they've got the pictures, right? They've got all of these before and after pictures and they're showing everybody. But then they show the one like overweight person with the smiley face over their head. And I'm like, how dehumanizing.
Yep.
And it just, it bothers me so much. Have you ever listened to the maintenance phase? It's a podcast.
No. Not yet.
Oh my gosh. That would be one to do. But Aubrey Gordon is one of the hosts, and she just has a new book out. And let me find it real quick. I'm actually in the middle of both reading it and listening to it because that's how I roll. But it is so fascinating. It's called You Just Need to Lose Weight and 19 Other Myths About Fat People.
Wow.
And coming from her is so, like, it's so powerful because she's like, why are all of these non-fat people talking about fat people? Let's talk to fat people. And, and you'll eat 5 gummy lifesavers.
I love that for you, Johnny. Enjoy them for me. Enjoy the delicious tasting ones for me.
But I would say though that is one of them that is a resource that I would find that it is so beneficial to hear her talking about it, because I think they try to dehumanize and that you're only worth anything if you've lost weight. And it couldn't be further from the truth. Like, it's just so frustrating to me.
Yeah, and it's also, if we also carry some of these ideas from when we're younger and we're, at least I'm trying to work through stuff, you pick up as a kid that kind of works its way into your belief system, and you have to unlearn stuff. And again, we're focusing on Doug because multiple reasons. The way that he treats people is problematic, and that's the nicest way I can say that without cursing. And the type of atmosphere that he encourages on his team, again, we've heard 15 minutes and 7 seconds of this, where it's kind of creating the perfect atmosphere for an eating disorder. And he also had a post on his Facebook page, not to villainize Doug, but there's some responsibility you have to take to say, what part have I contributed to this situation? And there's a lot that he has contributed. There's a post on his Facebook page where he was taking one of his parents to the doctor. He took a picture of the healthcare professionals and was shaming them for their body size, even though they were the ones that was helping his parent. And he used it as a way to pitch Optavia. And it was very insensitive, and that's the nice. I'm trying to be nicer, but it was just completely wrong to do that. To one, show pictures of the people who are trying to help one of your parents. 2, post it without their consent. 3, just shaming someone like that to sell your product. It missed every single. I'm like gagging thinking about the jelly bean. Sorry. It was just bad. It was just bad.
Yeah. And I think what he is showing is kind of, to me, Aubrey Gordon's other book is so good. She's in Maintenance Phase. I cannot recommend that podcast highly enough. But what ends up happening, and this is what happened to me in Beachbody definitely, is you stop seeing people as people, and you just see them as a potential client.
Yeah.
And it sounds like that's kind of what he was doing with the people that were taking care of his parents.
Yep.
you know, and you do it, you kind of start that process of you're not looking at people as people anymore.
Yeah, and even more, one of the other things too is you're looking at people as potential to come into the opportunity, but he's also pitting people against one another by saying, that's not the ideal body size. You don't want to be like that person, do you? You better continue to stay in this. And so it creates this very kind of aggressive like interaction where it's like, well, at least I'm not that person. At least I'm not getting shamed for eating, 2 pieces of pizza instead of 1. At least, and so it becomes this relative trying to stay on the good side of the leader and stay and feel safe. And it's just,
well, and it also
sure gets
doesn't feel
twisty
safe in your team if you are one of the ones who may be on the larger side.
Yep.
You feel so singled out.
Yep.
And it's like, wait, I don't belong here, and I have to do more. I have to do better. I have to lose more weight. I have to do all of these things because the pressure of always dropping weight.
Yep.
And honestly, I think it's one of the reasons that you see a lot of these coaches yo-yoing is because they can't maintain those results long term, but you also are driven to have a before and after all the time.
Yep. Yep, you are. All right, time for we're going to lighten the mood a little bit.
Oh man.
Well, it may be lightened for some of y'all. It won't be lightened for me, but I will take one for the team. I have to try 5, which is something that I told y'all I would do myself, but it is, not my worst nightmare, but here we are. So
I hope you get one just in between, just to kind of cleanse your palate a little bit.
I hope so too. Berry blue or toothpaste. Toothpaste could be not bad.
Next
right?
time we went for $1 million. I can't believe it landed on toothpaste.
Yeah.
Did you see that? I manifested it.
Thank you. You Ray Higged in the crap out of this wheel. You controlled it with your mind.
I did. You're welcome.
Oh my God, I'm scared.
If you pay me $1,000, I'll teach you how to do it too.
Oh, it's toothpaste. It's not bad. I'm not going to eat it though. It tastes just like toothpaste, it's not bad. That was an okay one. All right. I have a little minty flavor in my mouth now. It tastes just like toothpaste. Oh.
Yeah, Jennifer just said like Aaron H and Beachbody. Yeah, I mean, if so, you got canned dog food again? Oof.
Go ahead, keep talking.
If you are a double whammy where you're not making the money and you're not producing the results, because Beachbody rewards you for those 2 things. There's either the weight loss where, they do the Beachbody challenge, which I think they've said they're getting rid of, but where you can win $100,000, and that's for large, the transformation, or you're recruiting. That's it. Those are your 2 incentives. So if you're not doing either of those, you're gone.
Yeah. Well, it really is setting up people for failure, even though, and it puts Beachbody in the always win category, but their people are losing. So, okay, here's a second one. It could be chocolate pudding. It could be canned dog food. Oh. Sorry, I spit it out. I'm sorry, I spit it out. That was number 2. Oh, the aftertaste of this one is so bad. Jelly Belly, what the heck you doing? Okay. Number 3. Please be something good. Marco, what's up? Please be a strawberry banana smoothie. Please. Okay. Please,
come on.
Please. Okay, we can only hope. What do they look like? Okay.
I do love you, but I am a little bit hoping for dead fish.
Oh my God. And I, with my luck, it has to be that one. Okay.
Marco's going to be like, what did I step into? The fact that you're having to chew it that much and you can't tell.
It's the aftertaste from the dog food. I can't taste anything. Oh. It's so bad.
Oh, is that the worst one you've had so far?
Yes, it is awful. Oh my God. Okay. It's so bad. Oh, that's all. That is worse than the canned dog food, and the canned dog food never leaves your mouth. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's so bad.
You got 2 more, right?
Yep. Amy's like, we're going for more. Ugh.
Come on, keep going. Let's do this. Come on. I'm going to use autumn calibrate. You don't quit when you're tired. You quit when we're done.
Oh my God,
So-
not dog food again.
More.
This is awful.
You can re-roll. I'm gonna give you a buy on that one. You've
Do
already
I
had that
do I
one.
get to re-roll without the consequence of adding another bean? Okay, I'm
Without-
gonna re-roll.
Yeah.
I will take that.
Marco said Bean Boozled will test your soul. I've done it.
It has. It's already tested. Stink bug. Okay. All right. Okay.
I think I'd rather stink bug than spoiled milk.
That is there a spoiled milk option? No.
Coconut and spoiled milk.
No. Oh my God, this is disgusting. This is the worst. This is the worst. This is the worst. Oh. Okay.
I'm feeling so loved. The fact that you're doing that, you did this.
I know.
For me.
I will do. I mean, I don't even know what we're gonna have to do when you hit 10K. We'll have to figure it out. It's so bad. Oh. I mean, Johnny, I'm so glad your lifesavers were so good. Imagine how good yours were. Mine was negative 1 million. Negative 1 million. So bad. I need to take a drink. Oh my God.
You only have one more.
I know. You're doing like the mom cheerleading, and it's so awesome. Like, you can do it. This is something I did to myself.
I've been training for the mom stuff
I
for
know.
19
I
so.
love it. Please. Oh no, dirty dishwasher. Dirty dishwater. What would this take? Oh,
Who
sweet
had-
goth. Yeah.
Who had to create this? Did you taste different ones?
Yeah, I don't know. We were looking at Doug Wood, and then the other day when we were trying to get Amy to 1,000 followers, I said I would try being Boozled on live, and here we are. And I don't regret it because Amy's at 1,000, but when I'm chewing, I regret it in a big way. So we're taking breaks to lighten the mood from the twistiness of Doug Wood and with being Boozled. So mostly I feel sad both times when we're listening to Doug and when I'm trying being Boozled. So
In both situations, yeah.
please let me have a good one.
Yeah, birthday
Oh,
cake. How are you getting every bad one?
it's so bad. It's spicy too. Oh
Okay,
my
based
God.
on this, I'm not taking you to Vegas. Like, you're not hitting very good odds, my friend.
I know. This is probably why I failed at multi-level marketing. I didn't have the right mindset to have good things happen to me. Oh my God, that's so bad. Dirty dishwater's disgusting. Oh my God.
I would think that one wouldn't be as bad as some of the others, but
Imagine a jalapeno soaked in water for 48 hours, and they took that liquid and then put a dirty washcloth in it and let that soak as well. Then they wrung it out and they put that flavor into a Jelly Belly. That's what that tasted like, and add some dirt into it. It was awful. It was spicy and awful. Oh my God. Oh my God. We're never gonna get through this. How? Okay, we may have to do part 2 because we're at 15 minutes. We'll get through the handcuffs. You know, it has to be a good PowerPoint when they have handcuffs in it. You know what I'm saying? So
someone earlier was like, "Are we in a pure romance?"
Yeah, literally. I'm laughing so hard I almost choked on a lifesaver. Johnny, be safe as you're trying delicious things, because I'm certainly not. Ugh, this is awful. Okay, I want to have a good one too, Andy. I want to have a good one too. I'm so glad y'all are laughing. Okay, ready? Let me switch over the sound. Okay, maybe I can find a shortcut for this. Okay.
The variety tonight of who's on the line, because we have discovered that most people become a coach long before they reach a healthy weight. Yeah, I'm seeing that too. And here's why. You're much more relatable because you're in fat burn. You're feeling amazing on the plan 2 to 3 weeks in. People start noticing. You kind of become a walking billboard and they're like, you look good. And you're like, thanks. Are you losing weight? Yes. What are you doing? Right. And so you naturally start coaching them. But the fear in a new coach is, I need to have it all figured out. I need to look like a health coach. First time I ever went to an 𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐍 event, I was shocked because I thought everyone was going to be healthy and I was going to be the only person still 50 pounds overweight. I went there and everybody, well, not everybody,
Judgy McJudgers.
80% of the audience was still on their health journey. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm 14 years in and I'm still on my health journey. Health is like the laundry. It's never finished, right? There's always more to work on. And that is what an 𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐍 coach acknowledges and says very early. Myth number 2. If I become a coach, I just don't want to be pushy. Good. That actually makes you an incredible coach. We're not looking for pushy people. We're not looking for salespeople. We're looking for people who have a heart for others, know what it's like to struggle, but also know what it's like to win. I don't want to recruit people or be viewed as a salesman. I agree. Neither do I, but I do have something that changed my life, this program, and I do share it openly. And those who want it,
bye, Cheryl.
I become like a magnet to where people ask me and approach me. And that's what's going to happen most likely to you as well. My other question for people that say, I don't want to be seen as salesy or pushy, or a lot of people sometimes know what they don't want, but they're not clear on what they do want. So what do you want to be viewed as? I want to be known for helping people. And I feel like 14 years in, there's a lot of people on the line that possibly could say, I've helped them. Because if you go to my Instagram, you go to my Facebook, I try to help people every single day. And the people that want the help the most, they reach out and they DM me like, Doug, okay, been watching you for a couple of years. Could I possibly talk to you about doing your program? And it's such an honor.
Oh, it's such an honor. Okay. Okay, sir. I don't even know what to say.
So this was actually, so I had the exact same thought on at a couple different points. So when I first signed up with Beachbody, I was like, okay, well, I had already lost 60 pounds by doing Beachbody programs before I even signed up with a coach or anything, because I just had the programs. And I was like, but I'm not where I want to be. I want to lose more weight. And it was like, well, that's perfect, because people want someone who has a story, and it makes you more relatable. It's easier to sell something when you can show that, because people want the flashy, like, oh, wow, look at all of that. Look at that. She looks great. What is she doing? Which is one of the reasons I think they're not going to be able to get away from the before and afters, because that's what draws people. But then again, your success is tied to that weight loss. And it just gets so twisty. And
you're stuck. You're stuck in that cycle, because you have to have, like you're saying, that before and after. So it's a win-win either way. If you lose in Beachbody, if you lose in 𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐍, you have a great after picture. If you gain, you can still lose again. So there's still potential there. There's no win if you stay fit, other than you can say, I lost all this weight with 𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐍 and I can look like this and you can look like that too. So it keeps you stuck, even if it doesn't work. And a lot of times it does not work.
No, I mean, it's exactly one of the reasons that in Beachbody, they encourage you that, if you're not done with your family yet, you should have a baby, because you can get a great transformation after that.
They do that in Young Living. They do that in Young Living too, because you can use your kids to sell the products, and people are much more willing to listen to kids shill a multi-level marketing product than they are for you to do that. And all of the health things that your kid's going to go through, you're going to be able to do that with essential oils. And there's so many people having, babies, and it's like, Twist City, we're here. We live here now. It's awful. Well, I think we're going to have to do a part 2 because I feel sick to my stomach. So if you can imagine growing up in my, I'm normally a good eater, but textures and smells and whatever that just was, kudos to all the moms out there with kids like me, because I'm going to say sorry for all of them. And it is a real thing. The texture that grosses them out is a real thing. And the smell that grosses them out is a real thing. So have some compassion.
So I had one of my kids could throw up on command, and I would make them eat something, and they would just look at me and they'd be like, and I was like, oh, don't you do it. And so we actually had some people over, and my kids started doing this, and I looked like the meanest mom ever, because I was like, so help me, if you throw up right now, you're going to be in the biggest trouble. Like, you were the meanest mom ever. And I'm like, oh, you have no idea what I go through.
No, I'm going to say sorry for all of your kids for them, because I know we put my mom through a ton of stuff growing up. I know I certainly did. But I didn't have the skill of being able to throw up on command, because that would have been so helpful to not eat stuff.
Oh, it was pretty priceless. I was ready to get that one, and like everyone else at the table was just like, oh my gosh, she's unhinged.
Yeah,
like, this is just a normal night at our house.
I love that. Well, so something just fell. We are gonna come back for a part 2. I'll see when Amy's free. Snark Crew is gonna be having a snark session either tomorrow, Thursday.
I think
Thursday. Thursday is gonna be a good time. So bring a snack, bring a non-compliant beach body, a snackety snack and a drink, and let's snark on Thursday. So
especially because we're gonna be snarking on ourselves.
Love it. I love it. So I mean, come ready to laugh, because we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. So hope everyone has a good rest of your evening. Thanks for hanging out and watching me gag. And if you ever want to try this, I would not recommend it. So we will probably do this again on stream, because it's a good time. I know I'm awful. So if you like the stream, I'd love for you to actually like it. Thank y'all for who's hung out, and if you stay in the chat, it's going to redirect to Clowntown stream right now. So we'll see you next time. Bye.